Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Empire's border map, and it's Fury from Fiddy Clan, and he's in the LT-432. Tier 8 Soviet premium light tank, sometimes called the best medium tank in the game. Not really, but yeah, it's a pretty powerful light tank. It does act a bit like a medium. But as you can see, like speed over ground, well over 75 k's, and it's got pretty low profile and a fairly bouncy turret if you do get into a sort of a hold down position. Right, he's just taking up this position here as forward as he can to spot tanks coming out of the gateway, and there we've got an IS. That doesn't have the greatest DPM, but does have good pen, and he is in top tier in this game, so dealing with tier 7 tanks is not a problem. And got spotted there. Now, not quite sure what spotted him, although TD potentially is set up with binoculars, but yeah, it's a bit odd here because the camo on the LT-432 is pretty good. Anyway, this IS is offering his frontal armor, which is good tactic. Obviously putting his strongest armor to the front, but Fury is using his premium ammunition to mark this tank, and finally the IS makes a break for the hill to get away. So that was a good start, just under 1,000 hit points of damage, and now we've got a couple of enemy light tanks there, a T-92, or actually a T-92 is the light tank and a Super Hellcat. So another TD basically, and just missing out on the shot on the T-92 there as he changed direction pretty rapidly. It was a bit hard to anticipate. That's probably why people have trouble shooting at the wheeled vehicles. Much easier when they're going away from you or towards you. Anyway, it's just trying to make the most out of this position. So if those tanks go up the hill in the middle to fight with tanks on the other side, then he'll have the opportunity to shoot at them, but he's lost sight of the T-92, so he might be up there where the Super Hellcat was spotted. And it looks like they've taken that hill area, so not a good sign for Fury's team. Yeah, one down already, although it's still early days, so you can see the IS has made it up to the hill here, so I think Fury's decided, right, there's no point staying there, let's go and create some action if we can't find any. Alright, now he's spotted enemy links there. Unfortunately, just a bit too late to do much about it. See the aim time there, just a little bit slow. And now he's found a T-43. Managed to get a shot in there, but bounced off him, and he's gone out of render range there, so or sort of view range I should say, and so he loses it and doesn't get the next shot in. In case, Super Hellcat here in the IS. The IS gets destroyed as he goes past, so he wastes a shot there unfortunately, but he's just weaving around the Super Hellcat there. And he takes a hit from a Progetto that he can't see on his tracks. That's interesting that the Progetto didn't disappear. But it's sort of what I was making a point about the LT is that it's mostly track from the side, and the turret is pretty bouncy, so it does certainly bounce or deflect some shots that you wouldn't expect. Anyway, he's basically saying no point going to the enemy cap here. Like our cap's been trodden on by the links, so that forced some of the team to go back. And he's just looking to see where that Lynx gets spotted. Now the Lynx has moved right up to this T-29 here. He's only on 77 hit points, so he's not going to go far. In fact, he gets taken out by the T-29. Now Fury's found the T-92 there is being spotted by the T-29, so can he punish him a bit? Yes, he does, and he gets the kill. Not a lot of hit points out of it, but definitely worth taking the enemy light tank out of the game. So now his team are a little up, hit points about the same still, but at least they've got two tanks out of the game. Both the light tanks are gone. And Fury making a play here to see what sort of impact can he have on the tanks coming up here. Now he spotted a T-43 there, doesn't necessarily want to deal directly with him. As we've seen in other videos, T-43 is a pretty good medium tank, but he's not a lot of hit points, and he seems oblivious to Fury's presence here. So Fury gets one shot in, and he gets the next shot in and gets the kill. And now he's got the Super Hellcat looking at him, or at least doesn't seem to know what he's doing. But he puts one shot in. He's got a Scorpion with him. The Scorpion now is the target of the Super Hellcat. Super Hellcat gets out of the way, but not before Fury can punish him. And now he's got a T-29 who's preoccupied with other targets, and he's got the rear. So you can basically put in shots here. He's got the T-29 turning his gun, and he's just backing out of the way until he needs to fire, and putting shot after shot into the T-29. So he's already up to 2.2k damage here, doing really well. Snaps that shot there, just catches the edge of the engine deck, I think, which made it bounce. And now the T-29 is reversed direction, and that hasn't helped him against the Scorpion, who's taken him out. Now he's found that Super Hellcat again, and he's going for the ram. Yes, no problem there. Takes a little bit of damage, but that's not a problem. And now there's a Nameless facing the other way, so you can punish him as well. Nameless is a bit tough in the frontal armor, but Fury will be able to get him ran in without any problem. In fact, Nameless is not even looking at him. And he gets the kill there. So that is the 4th kill to Fury, and now he's got an Alpine Tiger. Now, normally you wouldn't think an LT-432 would be taking on a Tier 8 heavy tank here, but he's certainly getting around the gun on the Alpine Tiger. Now he's just making sure that he gets a side shot and he gets an ammo rack on him, gets his remaining hit points there. That takes Fury up to 3k of damage, and now there's 3 TDs and the Progetto that was shooting at him before. And he's telling the Brask he's coming, but let's work together. And this E25, they're just going to punish him. Might take a hit from him, but the E25 just panicking. In fact, he takes a hit from a Stura ML, and they just goes into his tracks, doesn't take any damage, but he's now being shot at by the Progetto, so it dives across to get out of the range of both. And there's a Jagdpanther somewhere that they haven't seen yet either, so who should he deal with first? If he can get shots in the Progetto, that's good. The Brask will help. Yeah, here comes the Progetto making a play, but he's not going to do well. He's been tracked, has to use his repair kit, and Fury just lines him up, keeps doing damage. And although Fury gets tracked, it's the strip that's followed them that has taken him out, and now he's punishing this Stura ML. Just missing the shot there. Some nice hit points to gather. The Stura ML is tracked. Fury goes for the ram again, does a little bit of damage, and gets some spotting damage from the destruction of the Stura ML. Jagdpanther's gone down somewhere, and that is the end of the game. Let's see how that played out in the detail. So an Ace Tankery badge there for Fury, the High Caliber Award, and Confederate. And high caliber in a light tank is pretty unusual, but let's see, 3.8k of damage that he caused, and 5 kills, and another 1000k of assisted damage there, so 4.8k of nearly 5k of combined damage there. A lot of little medals there, which is yeah, not really important, but nonetheless makes you feel better. Anyway, 1480 base experience, good level there, but it's probably a high level of EXP for this tank anyway for Ace, so nicely done. Basante C45 we didn't see anything of, did 2.5k, CS53 did 2.3, and a bunch of smaller tanks all playing their part there. On the enemy side, the Alpine Tiger that he dispatched had done 2.7, and a T-28 prototype, which we didn't see much of, had done 2.3, and the rest of them had done only small amounts, particularly the T-29 and the E25, only 147, but we're not here to shame people. In any case, he fired 40 shots, so pretty productive there. 29 hit, quite a few blind shots going on, 21 penetrations. That gave him his damage total. He didn't have any special reserves running, but it is a premium tank, and although spending most of his money on premium consumables. He still made a profit of 45k, which is not to be sneezed at. Anyway, great game there from Fury. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, you should be looking at your life choices there. And I'm just kidding. Anyway, we'll have more great content to follow, and thanks for watching.